Hey everybody, this is Zoom360 here on the go, and today we are not on the go. Today is the 26th of December 2023. I hope you guys had a great Christmas. We are heading forward straight into the New Year's 2024. It's going to be a very interesting year. But in any case, I thought that I would shoot my year in review with Zoom360 on the go, because I do that every year since I've started this channel. At the end of the year, we do like a yearly review. This review is gonna be just a little bit, I would say, odd, because there's still because I did this major road trip towards the end of 2023, and we've only gotten up to the beginning part of this road trip. There are still a lot of vlogs that are yet to be shown on the channel. I chose to keep the pace of one video release per week, usually on a Sunday afternoon at actually 12 p.m. is usually when they are released on the channel. I think well into the first quarter of the calendar year 2024, we are still going to be going back into 2023 with those vlogs, and I think the first official 2024 vlog probably will not hit the channel until March, sometimes in March. So it's gonna be weird, but hey, you know, sometimes certain things are outside of your hand, or hands rather. So yeah, so what did we do in 2023? All right, so the first thing that we did that I thought was really cool on the channel this year is that we went to Tucson, Arizona, where they have the Pima, or is it Prima? I'm not sure. It's either Prima or Pima Air and Space Museum. The Air and Space Museum in Tucson. We went there. I had a blast there. I've learned so much about the history of planes, you know, types of airplanes, and most importantly, the crown jewel of that place, the SR-71, which during my research, I found out that the actual real name, or the name that the plane was supposed to have, was RS-71, RS standing for Reconnaissance System. But I think President Lyndon Johnson at the time was the president when that plane was being released, and he accidentally called it SR-71. So instead of saying that he was wrong, it's RS, they actually changed the name of the plane from RS to SR because the president made a mistake. That was kind of funny, but yeah. And then after that, we did quite a bit of car meets. We hung out with my car club, Hero Society. There are various chapters of that car club throughout the country, but mine specifically is Hero Society West Texas. And yeah, we did a couple of car meets, and those were fun. So I had some car problems this year, actually, with both of my cars. Actually, the IS300 needs a new engine, which will be happening early next year, which we will be documenting that on the channel. Yeah, you know, because this channel is it's not per se a car channel. It's more like the way I see this channel is more like a car slash road tripping travel channel. Go out there and do stuff. Mostly we take road trips, which involves cars because you use cars for road trips. But so of course, when you drive your cars excessively, they do need lots of maintenance because of normal wear and tear. So you know, the IS300 needs a new engine, which that, of course, as I said, we'll be getting it soon. The Veloster kept having misfiring issues, which we fixed. Well, not me, but the dealer fixed. But we have the problem again. So it seems after that I took it to Firestone, but I'm not sure per se if it is the new spark plugs that I had them install in there. I don't know, but we will see. We also took some time to visit some local places in El Paso. There is a house called I think it's a Casa de Azucar, which is a very unique looking house in El Paso. We went and visited that, which was really fun. I actually saw that house from another YouTube channel that I really love called Through My Lens, which is about a son and a dad that takes road trips together, which I wish I wish my dad was still alive. I would still so take him on a lot of my road trips, but it is what it is. But I saw it there and I was like, it's right here in El Paso? We gotta go see it. And then we were able to see it, and that was awesome. We did visit some other places in El Paso because I also wanted to check out some things in the city, because you know, because we always like to go out far, and I'm like, hey, there's lots of things to be seen and done right here. Let's do a few of them. We did the El Paso Scenic Drive. That was awesome, and that's how that went. We also went to Waco Tanks National Park, no, State Park, which was awesome, which is like, I think 20 minutes from my apartment, like 20 minutes from the Zoom HQ. So we went there and we had a great time, and man, yeah. We also visited Fort Selden, which is just north of Las Cruces. It was an old military, I think, cavalry outpost out there. Fun fact, for you history buff out there, General of the Army Douglas MacArthur was raised there as a kid because his father, Lieutenant MacArthur, was at Fort Selden, was stationed there, and I saw pictures of him as a young boy there. So yeah, so that was fun. So I did something that I've never done before on this channel this year, which is what I like to call, I guess, Throwback Thursday. This video was released, I think, on a Thursday actually, for Throwback Thursday, because long before Zoom 360 on the go, I mean, road trips is something I've always been fascinated about since I was a kid. I always said that when I was like, because as a kid, my father, you know, used to drive me around on Sundays a lot of the times, and I always said that when I'm old and have my own car, I'm gonna take a lot of road trips. And I've been taking road trips since I bought my first car back in 2009. As a matter of fact, the first month I bought it, within that month I took my first road trip. I'll never forget this. I think I was like 21 or something like that. And then I was driving from Fort Drum, New York to New York City that night. And my first road trip was at night. And there were no, like, you know, cell phone navigation systems or apps or stuff like that. So what I did was I had to print out the instructions on how to drive to New York City, like, you know, which highway to take, which was fairly simple. But I drove through 4 blizzards, brand new driver, brand new car. Well, not brand new car, but new car to me, new driver, not experienced. And I made it to New York City and back. And I've been road tripping ever since. And from 2009 on, when I was in Germany, that's when I started to videotape my road trip adventures, but I've never uploaded them anywhere. And I found a lot of footage on Nazi camps that I visited, and I said to myself, you know what, let me try to make a vlog out of that. And it was like a throwback before there was a Zoom 360 and what I did in Germany, and that was that, and that's how that went. So this year I also took time to hang out with my car club, Hero Society West Texas, and we actually hung out quite a bit of time throughout this year. We even did we were even invited at a fashion show that was being done outside, which was a very interesting setup, actually a quite cool setup. And this is all the footage from the time that we hung out this year, which was really cool. Yeah, so that went in my opinion really well. We were also and speaking of my car club, we were in the Easter parade, the Easter parade 2023 in El Paso, which was a first for me as a person. I've never been in a parade before. I've gone to parades before, but I've never been in one, which was a first for me. Of course, I was with Suki, my beloved Lexus IS 300 first generation. It was a first for her. Yes, I do refer to my cars as her and she, because in my mind they are females. They just look so good. I know I'm weird, sorry. And it was a first for the channel. So to be able to share that for the first time this, first time that, and first time on this channel to share it with you was awesome. And that's how that went. So I didn't know that El Paso had a Comic-Con. But I'm glad it does. And we went, I think we ran into Ghostbusters. I think I also ran into another to a friend of mine that I've known a long time ago. As a matter of fact, at the beginning of my military career, and then he happened to also live here, and we also ran into him, and that was fun. The El Paso Comic-Con. We also went to Texas Super Meet, which was completely random. I woke up Sunday morning, and then it came through my Facebook, said your Texas Meet, there's a Texas Super Meet happening. It was like down the street from Las Cruces, and I was like, whoa, let's go and try and go there and see. And so by the time we got there, it was like towards the second half of the show. It was almost done, but there was still some activity out there. We still went over there and saw some cars and filmed some races, and that's how that went. Hero Society West Texas, my car club that I'm in, we had our first Hero Society car show. As in, we didn't go to somebody else's car show, we had our car show. And the turnout was actually pretty good. We had a decent amount of turnout for a first car show. I mean, I'm not a car show expert, but I would think that it was a success. We gave out quite a bit of trophies and prizes, and I was able to really get good content and made some shout out videos to those who attended, and that was tons of fun. And then of course, after the car show, we left. We went to iFly. I didn't know that they had an iFly here, which is really cool. The first time I tried iFly was in Colorado, close to Aurora, north of Colorado Springs. There's an iFly within that area, and I remember going. I was super nervous, but this time, since I already did it there and I did it again here in El Paso, I wasn't half as nervous, and I did pretty good because I already knew how to balance myself within the tube. So it was really fun, and that's how that went. I went to the El Paso, Texas Zoo. It was not my first time going there, but that time, for some reason, I saw way more, because the first time I was there with my car club. We actually went there to visit a member who is in the car club but who works there. So we were in a group, and I couldn't really explore the zoo how I wanted to explore it because I was with the car club. I kind of had to push that stuff to the side, but I decided to go back and actually walk around and explore Zoom 360 style. And I even saw a few things I've never seen before, up close and personal. I've seen a lion, which I've never seen before up close and personal. I've seen a giraffe, which I've never seen before. And there's a couple of other stuff too that I've never seen before with my own 2 eyes. So that was insanely cool. And yeah. So Las Cruces does this nighttime 4th of July parade. And again, my second parade. 2 parades in 1 year. Can you believe it? 2 parades. So that was, of course, my first time at a 4th of July parade where that I was in the parade. First time in the parade with my own car. First time in a 4th of July parade personally with my own car and in the channel and filming that for the channel. So it was a bunch of firsts and it was actually pretty cool. The crowd was awesome and I think great way to put the club's name out there, and hopefully we do more of that stuff next year. I'm actually looking forward to it. I've also did a couple of reviews. I went over why that my IS300 needed a new engine and what's going on with that. I did a 150,000 miles review on my Veloster, which I think I'm gonna do one, of course, when it hits 200, because I'm gonna do these reviews every time that we hit 50,000 miles on a car. So I think that's something that I'm going to do on the channel because those videos actually get great responses. I think I'm gonna keep doing those. We went to Carlsbad Caverns, which was really cool. That place is the largest cave system I've been in, and I think it's probably, I hear there's another one that's bigger. I don't remember where it is, but supposedly it's not as spacious as Carlsbad Caverns. I've been there many times. I've been there one more time for the eclipse, because there was an eclipse that happened this year and you could see a crescent version of it at Carlsbad. I went there for that, and that's how, but this was my first visit at Carlsbad Caverns. We went to the coolest McDonald's on earth, the one at Roswell, New Mexico. We visited Roswell. That was on my big road trip, I think in September, when I was driving on my way to Massachusetts. We went to Roswell and that was fun, and here's how that went. Of course, we are going back to Roswell. We're not done with that city. We went to the Cadillac Ranch after Roswell. I always wanted to stop by there because I've seen so many people on YouTube stop by there, like, you know, people with travel channels. I see them go there all the time. Through My Lens, I think, has also gone there. I was like, man, it's on the way, we gotta stop by, and that's how that went. Then after that road trip, we didn't film too much going east, but after that road trip, we got ready. We prepared for the next road trip that was going to happen, which was going to happen within a month. And that road trip, I had a friend of mine from Germany, Mark. Shout out to Mark from Germany, who flew in to go with me. We picked him up. Then we took 2 cars, we took both of the cars on a cruise to Trans Mountain in El Paso. And I was nervous because, you know, the IS is not too happy with me because she needs a new engine. And oh man. And then we took off. The first stop for that road trip was Import Face Off, which is, I think, going to be the last post for 2023 on this channel. And then, of course, from there, we went through a whole bunch of places. So this is what happened on the channel in 2023. I think it was pretty exciting. A lot of firsts happened on this channel in 2023. This year was the first year that I actually uploaded consistently on the channel. I've started it since 2015, but it was very sporadic. My first year, I think I put out less than 25 vids, and there was a big gap between them because YouTube is not what I do primarily, and not by a long shot. So my current career with the military is actually what keeps me very busy. It takes all my time, and that's what my primary means of employment is. But I will be retiring soon, so hopefully I'll be able to have more time to put out more content, because ideally I would like to put out 3 vids a week, but that's like if I'm a full-time YouTuber, which I just can't be because of future plans. But this year is the first year that I was able to do something I wanted to do for a long time on the channel, which is to put out 1 video a week for an entire year. And that's what we did. And coincidentally, I guess that's what you could say, my goal, though as small as it was for 2023, that was my goal for the channel, which was to double the amount of subscribers I had. So I think I had the 65 subs, which is of course a peck of dust within YouTube. But by the time that the whole year went, I made my goal, which was to double the amount of subs. So I think by the time, because we did it from October to October, by the time that last October went through, we were I think at 131. So I mean, yeah, it's you know, really small, but the way I look at it, it's a matter of perspective. The goal was to double the amount of subscribers, and we did just that. So all of you who clicked the subscribe button, I appreciate it, and there's more to come. Yeah, lots of firsts this year. We've been to a lot of places for the first time this year, which I haven't shown yet, but you will see. So for 2024, I'm gonna be retiring from the US Army. I think by the time it's all said and done, I would have served 24 years, and then I'm gonna move on to bigger and better things. I should be able to constantly put out 1 video a week, if not more, on this channel, and it should be very interesting. I'm planning to bring a 3rd car along for the ride on this channel, because pretty soon the IS version 5 will be done, and that will probably be the last version I do on that car. The Veloster version 1 will be done, I think, by 1st April of 2024 if things go well. I'm just waiting for the car market to correct itself, because for the car that I want, the car I'm going for, not a lot, but I have a few friends of mine who are in the car business, car dealers, and they say for that particular car it is best for me to wait, because my plan was to get it in June of 2023. But a lot of people have shown me the numbers, and they talk to me about it, and they say, you know what, you're not a rich guy, you're just a guy who's doing okay, and I think that unless you have like no money just to throw at this car, do not buy it now, because the car market is going through a correction. And it's not just the car market, the financial system of this country is going through a correction. Just wait for it to be corrected. They think that the car market should settle about end of 24, early spring 2025. So, and looking around of what's happening as well, I think they're right, or at least I should heed their warning not to buy the car right now, because I will overpay for it. So I'm gonna wait. I'm going to chill with Lucille and Suki, and then hopefully Jasmine, the 3rd car, will be here before you know it. Like, you know, maybe that would be a good retirement gift to myself. So that's all I got for now. I hope you enjoyed what we did in 2023. Stick around for 2024 and 2025. It's gonna be so good. I'm looking at what's coming. It's gonna be fun. That's it for a video. This is Zoom360, inviting you to get up, get out, and do it. Like, subscribe, and share. Hit them out. Oh, and one more thing. On behalf of Zoom360 on the go, Happy New Year 2024.